Welcome back to This Is Not CBC.
Welcome back to This Is Not CBC. Those who voted for Mark Carney, listen up. This is the kind of thing he's doing and still doing on the Canadian taxpayers' dime. If ordinary Canadians did what his company is accused of, we'd be in jail.
On page 12 of your report, there is reference to Brookfield's tax gap over the last 5 years between 2017 and 2021. Just so that I'm clear on what a tax gap means, it is measuring the difference between taxes actually paid and taxes that would have been paid if the statutory Canadian tax rate had been applied to profits reaped. Do I have that right?
That is correct.
Okay. And according to your analysis, or the analysis cited in your report, Brookfield's tax gap in just 5 years between 2017 to 2021 was over $6.5 billion. Is that right?
That's correct, and that was based on research done by the Canadians for Tax Fairness and by some analysis from the Toronto Star as well.
So it would be fair to say that the extent of Brookfield's tax avoidance, taxes that it should have otherwise paid in Canada in just 5 years, was over $6.5 billion.
Yes, I mean, the tax gap is looking at the statutory rate, and there are some reasons why legitimate reasons why companies pay below that, but that's an indication of a major underpayment of taxes that, in the spirit of the law, should have been paid in Canada to finance public services in Canada.
Yeah, I'd say $6.5 billion is a lot of money. Would it be fair to say that Brookfield is Canada's largest tax dodger amongst corporations?
It has been labeled as such, and if it's not the largest, it's clearly in the very top tier.
Well, your report cites 123 of Canada's largest corporations, and it found that the largest tax gap for 2017 to 21 was none other than Brookfield, right?
Correct.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
What you just saw is not a mistake, it's part of a pattern. Tax experts and critics are now saying Brookfield, the company Carney helped run, has used offshore structures and loopholes to shift profits and avoid huge amounts of Canadian tax. Critics estimate the bill to Canadians run into the billions. Conservative MPs and opposition parties aren't whispering about this, they're demanding answers. Michael Cooper and other MPs have cited experts calling Brookfield one of Canada's top corporate tax dodgers. The NDP has publicly pressed Carney to explain his role in funds registered in Bermuda and the Caymans. Let me be blunt. Experts have calculated tax shortfalls linked to Brookfield that are measured in the billions. Estimates vary, but they are real and alarming. Those numbers don't come from political spin. They come from tax researchers, investigative reporting, and parliamentary questioning. Mark Carney can say, I'm no longer at Brookfield as much as he wants, but that doesn't erase the record of funds he oversaw being registered in well known tax haven jurisdictions. Those registrations matter. They're the mechanisms of which profits escape Canadian tax. Canadians deserve to know whether our leaders stood by while their companies rooted billions away. So here's the question for Mark Carney and anyone who defended him. Why are you still making excuses for actions that cost Canadians billions? This is documented. It's been debated in Parliament, and it's being reported across the media. We want answers, accountability, and transparency. And if you want the receipts, they're out there. Read the reports, watch the hearings, and don't let them continue to gaslight you.